Hey there, YouTube. This is Mr. Zero of Mr. Zero's Terror Ride. I am Mr. Zero, clown comic and sometime commentator on things that piss Americans off. Um, I did a vlog a while ago about reading articles in the news and then reading the comments underneath and people being completely contradictory to where I stand. And it's like, oh my gosh, stupid, really stupid comments that seem very uninformed and very pro just the status quo type mentality. But there was an article today written by someone from, I guess it's called The Ticket, which is on Yahoo News. It's a vlog on Yahoo News. It's political. Um, Written by Chris Moody of The Ticket. And it's called the title of the piece is called "Are Members of Congress Paid Enough?" And I think this is pretty hilarious considering like what's been in the news lately. All of the possible Republican candidates are all pretty much saying we need to tax the poor more. The bottom 50% aren't being taxed enough, and all this crap that you hear. You know, they need to pay more than just the payroll tax, and they need to pay more than just the sales tax that they're paying more into. That takes up more of a chunk of their money than it does the rich, and we need to cut taxes on the rich as they always do. Um, but in the wake of that, here is a group of people complaining that they make $174,000 a year to do their job, a job that they chose to do, that they can't campaign to do, that they worked hard to do, and that they receive benefits from. And we all know that they receive benefits from this. We hear it all the time. We all know who's really in control in this country, and it isn't Congress. It's not the president. We know who's telling who to do what, and they're using money to be the instigator of that. But aside from that whole conspiracy, they're complaining that they're living paycheck to paycheck on $174,000 a year. And in fact, it even says it was a Democratic representative from California, Linda Sanchez, says that she was living paycheck to paycheck. And all I have to say about that is, welcome to America! We're all doing that right now. Some of us are doing worse. I want to hear about these Congress people actually paying, um, or having to sit there. Let's see. I like this brand of peanut butter because it tastes good, but this is $3 for this size jar. For $2.50, I can get this size of jar of the crap brand that doesn't taste good. I guess I better get that. I want to hear about Congress people doing that. I want to hear about Congress people sitting there going, see, money's tight this week. Either I go get a check loan that's high interest, or I just don't pay the power bill this month. I want to hear Congress people talk about that problem. We've got unemployment going up the wazoo in this country, and these people are like, we need a raise. I need a raise. Everybody needs a raise. I was reading it on my wife's computer, and I commented using her Yahoo identity. I commented on them saying, if they needed money so much, why don't they go ask the Koch brothers for it? We all know who the Koch brothers are, and if you don't, look them up and don't trust their website. Why does everyone gotta pick on the Koch brothers? Why does everyone gotta pick on the Koch brothers? We're only like taking care of our interests. What will help America take care of their interests? Uh, that's Coke, Koch. It's not Coke as in Coca Cola. For those of you who are less inclined to even know what's going on in the current events. Um, and then the second I type McDonald's is hiring. I know someone's going to take that and turn it into a racial type thing, but yeah, McDonald's is hiring. You guys don't like working in Congress? Go work at McDonald's. Go to Walmart. Work where real people are working and trying to get by. I got a pay cut at the beginning of this whole economic crisis problem. Cut my paycheck $26 a check. Um, I feel that. That hurts. I could really use that extra $50 a month. You know, let's cut them $26 and see what they say. My father-in-law, he got half of his check taken away from him, half of his paycheck. And these people are saying, I got to stretch my $174,000 a year. 174,000. Me and my wife figured it out that they make like $3,000 a month on the, or wait, it was more than that. $3,000 a week. A week. A week, $3,000. Dude, I was working for a drain cleaning company for a month and a half, maybe. And I was getting paid $13 an hour for that. I got like 10 hours of overtime doing that. And I was a trainee. They pay you hourly when you're a trainee. They fired me because I didn't like dealing with poop. I made it pretty apparent, like, I was dealing with like poop that I didn't think that I should be having to deal with. Like, I understand if I'm cleaning out a drain, that kind of poop is inevitable, but I had to clean out a vacuum cleaner full of poop just because I was the new guy. So I didn't like that, but I was getting paid. I was pulling in $500 a week, and I was happy as a clam. I was like, $500 a week. Woo! That was after taxes, $500 a week. That was the happiest I ever was financially in my entire life. I had plenty of money to pay everything. $500. That shows you how poor I am. $500 a week is like, wow! I'm like, my daughter's laughing at my silly, I'm making money. Boom, Cabbage Patch. $500 a week. If I was pulling in like $8,000 a week, which some of those guys over there were, $1,000, I would have no problems, financially speaking. Every bill would get paid. I wouldn't have to sit there and say, should I buy the Walmart brand peanut butter? No, I'm going to go with Jif. Should I go and say, this kind of ginger ale is okay, the Walmart brand, or do I want Canada Dry? Because Canada Dry, there is a difference. Do I want Sam's Cola or do I want Coca-Cola? Those questions wouldn't even come up. It would be like, I can afford Coca-Cola, I'll have Coca-Cola. That's another thing that these people are telling me. They're telling me that I can't go around, I need to watch what I'm spending, and then they're telling me, these Congress people, these politicians are telling me that they're not making enough money. They're going to tell the American public, who makes significantly less than them, that they're not making enough money. And that's one of the things. They make $3.4 for. It's in here somewhere. 3.4 times the salary of the average American worker. 3.44 times these Congress people are making. They've got people here. Sean Duffy says it's a struggle to pay his mortgage and his student loans. And I turned to my wife and I said, there are nurses out there really working their butts off to try to help people who aren't making that much money and are having to pay off their student loans and pay their mortgage. Some of them are paying rent, and rent is going up. It's ridiculous. You should see how much everyone here. Compare their $174K to the pay of a Marine or Army infantryman who are really getting shot at. Then compare the perks. We get the representatives who are real, not these pampered pukes. And a lot of thumbs up on that one. 1,586. And of course, he's talking about the military, so that's always going to get a thumbs up. Yeah, everyone's like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" It's hilarious. Hey Congressman, try living on a teacher salary or that of any of those serving our country or the policemen and women. That's finally getting now people are like, well, teachers aren't making enough compared to this. I was hearing from like regular everyday people. $250,000 a year isn't that much money. A congressman making $174,000 a year, that's too much though. And I fully agree. I'm like going, when you're making $50,000 a year, if you're good, lucky enough to be making that, when you're making $50,000 a year for your household, comparing that to 174, yeah, you're like, hey, hey, hey. You want a raise? I want a raise. Everyone in this country needs a raise. And what we need to do is we need to raise our fist at Congress and say, shame! Shame on you! And the first place we need to raise our fist is right up Bachmann's nose. Michelle Bachmann. Gosh. That's the first place. Her and then Rick Perry. Just a double. And then I'll take on Ron Paul. But at least Ron Paul's like, no. No, we all know Ron Paul's going to say, no, they don't need a raise. They shouldn't be paying taxes either. Because we don't need the government to actually work at anything. We just need it there to protect us from whatever he thinks government should protect us from, militarily speaking, as one of those crazy libertarians. We only need government there to protect us from blah, blah, blah. Well, then why are we hiring you, Ron Paul? Why should we hire you? You don't think government should be there? Well, I don't think you should be there either. And I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, because the Ron Paul cult will be like, are you kidding me? Ron Paul's the best man that ever lived. Are you kidding me? This is me shoveling the BS that they're saying. Ron Paul is a genius. Ron Paul, he's the only honest man. And I will admit, he is honest. Or at least he's consistent. If he's dishonest, then he's consistently dishonest. If he's honest, he's consistently honest. I do believe he actually believes what he believes. But, are you kidding me? Ron Paul's the best man in the world. I better get off before, someone actually, finds out where I live and throws, a cherry bomb at me. And that'll be my good day in the sun. Again, cherry bomb. Hey, you don't like Ron Paul? Forget Ron Paul. Forget any one of these governments. To quote George Carlin, paraphrase George Carlin, the people that have the power are going to do what they want to do. And there's really very little that anyone's going to do about it, because we're so addicted to what we've got in front of us on the screen, and we're not paying attention to what's behind the screen. And then to paraphrase my good friend Bill Hicks, everyone knows how much I love him. To paraphrase him, I need to prepare. I think the puppet on, let's see, facing you. I think the puppet on the left holds my interest. I think the puppet on the right serves my interest better. But what about the man holding both puppets? Good night, America. Your government is in control. End communication.